Happy summer, Pisces. Welcome to your June 2021 astrological forecast. The sun is in Gemini up until the 19th, and Mercury is in Gemini up until the 22nd when it turns direct. It starts off this month in retrograde motion, okay? And there is a new moon solar eclipse in Gemini on the 10th, and where you have Gemini in your chart is your fourth house of your personal life, your home, where you live, the property surrounding it, the people you live with, like your family or a roommate. Even if you live alone, it's still like your personal life, more or less. It's your childhood and your past. So, having the sun here always brings your focal point to this area, and it's this here the same time every year. So around this time, it's beginning of summer more or less, and maybe you are making changes to your home in some way or other. Having Mercury retrograde here, though, kind of has you redo things in a way. Possibly, if you were doing any kind of, let's say, rearranging of furniture or painting or something or other, nothing really big and heavy, workload or whatever. You were just prettying up your place. You may put it back the way it was again, or change something or other. This would be like the time where you would replace, let's say, like an appliance or something like that is broken or needs fixed, or decide whether or not to get it fixed or just buy something completely new. This is also a time, though, not to buy electronics. I actually have a link to a video that I did on Mercury retrograde. It's in the description box below. Okay, so you might want to listen to that video, because this is not a very good time to buy, like I said, electronics. So if you were going to buy something for your home, you might want to wait till after this planet turns turns direct, and then even like a week or so after that. The components in anything electronic are ruled by Mercury. So a lot of times, even like your cell phone is on the blink. It starts acting up on its own. It'll go to different screens and stuff that you didn't even select yourself or whatever. Okay, so people sometimes go out and buy a new phone because they think there's something wrong with theirs, and only to find out later, and usually it's when Mercury has gone direct that their phone works just fine. And now they have two phones. Oh, well. Well, anyways, having Mercury retrograde here, though, always gives you the opportunity to, let's say, have any kind of meaningful discussion with family. Someone that maybe you really need to discuss something with, and a lot of times it's the living arrangement. So if it's not family, it could be possibly a roommate or something that's going on within the home that you think or feel needs addressed. And this would be the time to do something like that. Any kind of something that is bothering you possibly, or that may become like an issue. So there's this new moon solar eclipse. Okay, any kind of eclipse lasts longer than just like a normal new moon or a normal full moon, which are just a few days before, during, and after the full moon or the new moon. Any kind of solar or lunar eclipse always kind of lasts for months. So whatever occurs around this time within your home life or your personal life is a new beginning. Though, it's like a good thing. It's something possibly new in your home, even. Temporarily, you have Jupiter in your sign. Okay, Jupiter is in Pisces till the end of July, and then it moves into Aquarius again. Okay, and then it will finally move into Pisces fully at the end of December. So temporarily, you have Jupiter in your first house, and it turns retrograde on the 20th. And you also have Neptune in your sign, in your first house, right? And it also turns retrograde on the 25th. So you have these two really neat planets in your first house, okay? Jupiter brings opportunity, okay, and expansion, whatever. wherever it is transiting. Along with Neptune now, it kind of brings out this very altruistic side to you, very dreamy, kind of fantasy even kind of thing, outlook on life period. This is all occurring in your first house, so this is how even the world sees you, okay, in a way. So a lot of nice things though could actually occur, let's say in your personal life or your family or your home life, especially around that new moon solar eclipse. A sudden opportunity to even do something, or let's say either travel to see someone or have someone come and stay with you. Um, Whatever. There's all kinds of possibilities that are like opening up for you, but it couldn't be a missed opportunity due to the fact that this planet is retrograde. Okay, maybe there was something that you wanted to do. Maybe it was usually when Jupiter's in your first house, you try something you've always wanted to do. And I don't mean like, skydiving or something like that or anything dangerous, but a lot of times you have the opportunity to do like something interesting, something you always thought would be kind of neat. So this may be one of those times. It may be something that you do solo, or it may be something that you do with a family member, or just something that occurs in your personal life that really affects you to an extent where it does give you, it could even go back to, let's say, I want to say your childhood. It could be some kind of childhood dream, maybe, that you're having the opportunity to live, okay? So Mars is still in a fellow water sign, okay, of Cancer up until the 10th, and then it moves into Leo on the 11th. But where you have Cancer in your chart is your 5th house, and Venus actually moves into Cancer on the 2nd and is here up until the 26th. On the 27th, it also moves into Leo. So for, most of the month, you're going to have the love planets, Venus and Mars. Well, Mars up until the 10th at least, in your 5th house of romance and speculation, gambling, children, fun, sports, games, entertainment of any kind, creativity, gambling, whatever. You could really be in the mood to do something like that right now. But having Venus here, and then the Sun moves here on the 20th. So this is the same, Sun's here same time each year, so this could be your time to take some kind of trip, maybe to an amusement park or some kind of place where it is fun, some place that maybe you go every year. But it is a very kind of romantic time. If you're not involved with anyone right now, you have lots of opportunities to actually meet someone. Maybe that's one of these things that Jupiter is bringing to your life right now. There's probably a little bit of speculation or the feeling of wanting to speculate or gamble at this time. So maybe you do something like, let's say, go to a casino or just play the lottery or something like that, okay? But there's a full moon in the sign of Capricorn on the 24th, and where you have Capricorn in your chart is your 11th house. It's directly across from your 5th house. Not a very big deal. It's taking place in your 11th house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, your friends and acquaintances. It's your most sociable house. It's the places where you would normally go to hang out in any kind of organization that you belong to. So something could possibly occur if you are physically out somewhere in public with your friends or attending some kind of an event or something. Maybe you finally went out to see a live show or something like that, but it's not like a very big deal. Full moons are there to bring whatever to the surface where it can be dealt with. If you have any kind of, let's say, a little bit of a problem with a friend or something, this would be the time that would come out. You would say something, or more or less, or someone could actually say something to you But this is in regards to not just friendship, but it could be possibly, let's say, maybe you might run into somebody you used to date even. Or just an old friend maybe that you used to hang out with, and there's a reason you don't hang out with them anymore. So whatever. Let's see here. On top of the fact that that's pretty much it. Except for, okay, when Mars moves into Leo, okay, on the 11th, where you have Leo in your chart is your 6th house, okay? It is your house of, like, the kind of work that you do, the workplace, your co-workers, your work schedule. It's also your house of health and service to others. Your house of small pets, many other things too, but those are like the main things. So wherever Mars is transiting, it gets very energetic and aggressive even, but very enthusiastic and going after what you want. Okay, so first of all, physically, you may feel energized by having this planet in your 6th house. You may feel like you have to burn off some energy and do something like run or dance or exercise or ride a bike or walk or something or other, but you might take up some kind of physical exercise just to burn off some energy here. But also, though, it makes you a little bit more aggressive at work in a way, but it's a good thing. It's you're putting in your 2 cents in regards to how you want work done or how you think it should be done, or even your schedule, you know, how you would like your schedule to be, or you want it changed, or you need to have this or that done or changed, or you know, anything, whatever. But there's not a person you work with that's going to push you around or be able to push you around. Let's put it that way. You might have, you know, we all work with one person that thinks they know everything and they're the boss and they own the company, and they don't do any of those things. So, but they act like they do, and you're supposed to, I don't know, fall into place when it comes to someone like that. Well, that's not going to happen with you anyways right now. So Venus will move here, though, on the 27th, so it does bring very pleasant times with your co-workers or the kind of work that you do. Wherever it is that you work will... you may be put in charge of beautifying it in some way, even if it's ordering things for it, like furniture or whatever. Even if you're retired or you don't work at all, there's still something that's going on here that, that, you know, as far as, let's say, service to others goes, what that is usually you need help in some area, and a friend or a family member also needs help in whatever area, and so you help each other out. It's like a 50-50 thing, okay? They help you, you help them, but this is out of necessity. Okay, now to me it looks like right now it could be family, just because you have planets in Gemini in your 4th house of family, but it could also be a neighbor, just due to the fact that you have the planet Uranus in your 3rd house of your neighbors and your siblings and cousins. So one of them may ask you at this time to put some kind of an arrangement together with them, and you agree. But after a while, maybe this isn't going to be like the best thing. When planets move from here, move out of Leo, you know, because the sun will eventually move here and everything, maybe you will feel that you're done. You know, you did your part, you got what you could out of it, and the relationship or the arrangement should end. So that's something that you might want to think of beforehand, before getting into any kind of an agreement with someone as far as doing them a favor. Okay? The best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Pisces on the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Virgo, and those dates are the 16th and 17th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 24th, 25th, and 26th. The best time for money is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 18th, 19th, and 20th. The best time for your career is the 22nd, 23rd, and 24th. The best time for communication and travel is the 6th, 7th, 8th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. And check out my video on Mercury retrograde. There's a link to it below in my the description area in the box below this video. There's also a link to my website if you would like to have your personal chart done. And check out Ask Me a Question. And also check out my weekly forecast. So I will see you next week. Goodbye.